Hi, I'm Dr. Anitra Shelton-Quinn with Power Coaching 360. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in to this awesome segment. Let me tell you, today's message is going to literally take your business, your life, your dreams to the next level. We're going to be talking about the power of words. Now, if you don't have one, please get a pen, paper, a pad, journal, or something so that you can jot down some of the points in this message. The power of words. I'm going to start with a brief story. I had the opportunity to learn an invaluable lesson during my young adult life. Though painful, I learned a lesson for a lifetime. Now, I had been a cheerleader in junior high and in high school and really enjoyed it, had attained lots of accolades with both my squad and independently at dance camp, and really wanted to take that with me as I transitioned to college life. So I tried out for the University Pom Squad and I made it. It was an exciting time for me. Then sophomore year rolls around, and there is now the requirement for all potential Pom Squad members, including veterans, to try out again. Doesn't matter if you're already on the squad from the previous year, you still had to try out again. There was no grandfathering in. So my squad members and I prepared to try out. Now, for those of you who don't know what POM is the dance squad that most universities and college campuses have that performs at the basketball and the football games, both during halftime and on the sidelines. So there I am preparing for tryouts. Now, tryouts is typically a week where you're taught a dance and you're taught a cheer or two, and you have to perform it during the tryouts. This year, tryouts were to be opened, which meant that everybody could attend the tryouts. Parents, teachers, athletes, open to the university. Now, I'm going to backtrack a little bit and tell you what happened during that week that changed my life and really taught me an invaluable lesson. During that week, as I'm learning the routines, the cheers, the dances, I began to look around and scope out my competition. Again, I look around, and as I looked around, a fleeting thought just shot through my mind. You're not going to make it this year. You're just not good enough this year. And though I practiced and I got positive affirmation from my squad members from the previous year, oh, you're going to do a great job, you're going to make it, we know you've got this, we've got this, you're going to do awesome, I continued to say to myself, you're just not good enough. You're not going to make it this year. The more I said it, the more it became a part of my belief system, because I began to believe it. The more I believed it, the more I began to embrace behaviors that were consistent with that belief. Behaviors that were consistent with that belief. So even as I would practice, I would mess up and I have to do it again, and because I was beginning to believe that I just wasn't going to make it. And the more I believed it, I then adopted it. It became a part of my belief system, a part of my everyday walk, that belief. So no matter what we did or what I did to practice, because I believed that I was not going to make it that year, because I spoke it over and over and over again, it became a part of who I was at that present time. So tryout day arrives. The arena is filled to capacity with instructors and athletes and parents and friends, and everybody's there. It's an amazing event. I still hear in my mind me speaking to myself, you're not gonna make it this year. Despite everything that everyone else has told me, remember, what you speak to yourself has much more power over how you perform and what you do from day to day than anyone else. So I could still hear it in my mind, me saying to myself, you're not gonna make it this year. You're just not good enough. My name is called over the PA system. I take center stage. The music is roaring. I can see the anticipation on the eyes of the audience members as they await to see the potential talent that will make up the Palm Squad for the upcoming year. As the music tears over the speaker system, I hear in my mind, you're just not good enough. You're not gonna make it this year. Immediately, I am disabled and paralyzed by my thoughts of the words that I have spoken to myself. I cannot remember not one single aspect of the dance. I cannot remember. I can't move. I'm just standing there, silenced and debilitated by words I've spoken to myself. I drop my head and exit the stage. As I walk towards the exit of the building, one of the former squad members meets me there with a look on her face that matched mine, a look of defeat and disenchantment. She said, "What happened? You know this. You were built for this. You've been doing this forever. You've been doing this forever." It was at that moment a light bulb came on and I recognized, realized, and appreciated the power of the words that we speak. The power of the words that we speak. The power of words. Have you ever said something to yourself? And we are so guilty of this. You know I've said many times, I'm so tired, I don't know what to do. And the more I said it, the more tired I became. The more I said it, the more exhausted I felt. The more I said it, all I could think about doing was getting in the bed and lying down. Despite all of the umpteen tasks that I needed to get done, the more I spoke it, the more I begin to feel it. So the more you speak something over your life, you can intensify the behaviors that line up with that thought. So if I believed that I wasn't going to make it that year, my thoughts and my speaking of those thoughts to myself over and over and over again intensified my inability to perform. What you say to you dictates where you're going and how quickly you're going to get there. It dictates it. It dictates it. There is power in the words that we speak. There is power in the words that you say to yourself. The words that you say to yourself. So what does that mean, Dr. Shelton-Quinn? What does that mean? That means that we have got to start speaking to ourselves what we want and where we want to be in life. Start speaking it as we want it. Don't speak what you feel. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I look so ugly today. Oh, nobody wants me. Nobody likes me. I don't have. I don't know if this is going to work. My children are never going to be anything. Don't speak what you don't want to manifest. Do you know that your words are literally sustenance to where you're going? So your words have the power to fuel you, to grow you, to progress you, or they have the power to tear you down, to destroy you. your words. A plant grows because it is watered. Your words are water to your dreams. Your words are water to where you're going. Don't speak what you don't want. Don't speak to yourself. There are so many people who are suffering right now. I'm talking to you from low self-esteem, suffering from saying things to themselves. Do you know the more that you put you down, all you're doing is you are abusing you and disabling your capacity to move forward. You right now have got to stop doing that. If you want more out of life, if you want better for your life, if you want to accomplish your goals and accomplish your dreams and see them manifested and realized, you've got to start speaking to those dreams. Let me let you in on a little secret. When I was working on my dissertation, my doctoral degree, I would say to myself over and over and over again, I am Dr. Shelton-Quinn. I can do this. I was built for this. I have everything I need right here on the inside of me. I came prepackaged with it. So let me tell you today, you who are disbelieving, you who are speaking negatively to yourself, you who are speaking over your life that you can't, you cannot, you will not, you won't, you don't have, you can, you will, you have what it takes. Everything on the inside of you, you have everything that it takes to pursue and attain your dreams, to reach your goals, to have the life you desire. You have everything that you need. Speak positively over yourself. Speak positively to your children. What you speak, you shall have what you say. You shall have what you say. You shall have. You shall have. You are the most influential person that you will come in contact with in your life, because of the time that you spend with you, the knowledge that you have about you, the inherent knowledge that you know about you. You know what makes you tick. You know what motivates you. You know what turns you up and what turns you down. So you have got to start speaking to you in a way that will build you. You've got to build you up. You don't want to self-destruct and be the purpose that you self-destruct. Build you up. Start speaking positively to yourself. Start speaking positively to your dreams. I mean, there are so many times in life that you are right there at the brink of success. And because you speak negatively over yourself, you don't make it. You don't accomplish it. There's a story that most of us are all familiar with. The little engine that could. That little engine, because he spoke to himself, I think I can, I think I can. The more he said it, the more he believed it. The more he believed it, it became a reality for his life. The more you speak something, the more you believe it. The more you believe it, you will then adopt it. Once you adopt it, your behaviors will begin to line up with that. Your behaviors will begin to demonstrate that particular belief. So even when you don't feel like it, when you're speaking to yourself, when you're constantly telling yourself and pushing you and saying, I can do this, I was built for this, I'm going to accomplish this, it's mine for the taking. When you're doing that, what you're doing is you're feeding your soul, you're feeding your spirit, you're building yourself up, you're laying brick after brick after brick to build you up to where you're trying to get. And before you know it, you're there. Speak what you want and where you want to be. Don't allow your words to disable and incapacitate you to move forward. This is your year. You were built for this. You were created for greatness. Speak greatness over your life. I touch and agree with you today that wherever you're going, whatever you're believing for, it's yours for the taking. You deserve it. You were built for it. Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream, and I know each one of you have a dream today. So I'm touching and agreeing with you because I believe that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke to himself in those diverse times. He spoke to himself. He encouraged himself. He said, I believe I can. I have a dream. I believe that one day. He spoke those words. He believed those words. And because he spoke it and believed it and adopted it, his behavior lined up with it for every city, and his behavior lined up with it in everything that he did. It lined up, and now we are living out. We are living out the manifestation of his dream. because he spoke it. He recognized the power of his words, which then dictated his belief. If you speak something over and over again, it becomes a part of your belief system. You know who you are because your name was spoken to you from infancy, even likely in the womb, all the way up. It was said over and over and over and over and over and over again. And so you know who you are. Even if you're in an arena filled with billions of people, if your first name is called, you will look around like you're the only one of you that exists. Because that name has come to define who you are. You believe in that name. That name has power to make you jump up out of your seat when that name is called. That name has power to wake you up out of a dead sleep. That name, your name, because it was spoken to you over and over and over again. The power of words. Now, there are some things that you can do in your life on a regular basis to speak and water your dream, to water your life, so that you will achieve what it is that you're seeking out of life. Speaking it, sometimes we forget what we want to speak. Sometimes we're so discouraged and things are just going on that are not good. Write it down. Write it down. I have a friend, she would get sticky notes and she put them all over her refrigerator, all over her car, her dashboard. I am somebody. I will meet this goal. I am successful. And she wrote this all over her house. It was all over. Sticky notes were everywhere. Because what she was doing, she was building a foundation for where she wanted to go. So write it on sticky notes. Write it in the things that, type it in your phones, and you get reminders of what it is that you are speaking over your life, what you're believing for in 2014. Speak where you want to go. Sow it. When we water plants, remember what you're doing is you're giving sustenance to plants, and that grows them. Your words grow your dreams. Your words water your dreams. Your words water where you want to go. Sow where you want to go. Sow positive words, positive statements of affirmation and success to where you want to go. If you don't want to write it, you can even record yourself. There are podcast apps now. You can record yourself saying, I'm successful. I have, whatever it is that you're believing for. And then play it over and over in your car. Play it to yourself. Play it back to yourself. And believe it or not, what you will find is even in your sleep. The same way that annoying song that you hear on a commercial that you keep singing over and over and over again, the same way that becomes a part of your memory and you can't get it out of your head, that's the exact same way that the positive words that you speak over your life will be sustenance to your dreams. That's the exact same way. Exact same way. So I'm partnering with you right here. I'm partnering with you today. I'm touching and agreeing and partnering with you for the success of your dreams in 2014. I'm believing for you. I'm believing with you. I am partnering with you, and I'm speaking to you. You can do it. Go possess land. Accomplish your goals. Attain your dreams. It is yours for the taking. I'm believing with you today. I'm Dr. Anitra Shelton-Quinn with Power Coaching 360. Have a wonderful week.